just happy that, we got to do this. And there's a way we can improvise because you can't even see the cards. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pick the cards. So I'm a real spiritual person. Trust me, you'll see it once it's done. So we have legacy, reparenting, and alchemist. I'm gonna let you pick which one. Which one you feel like sounds better for the audience. We'll do it at the end.
You said
You
what?
got that.
What's the
We
options?
got we got the alchemist, we got reparenting, and then legacy.
Legacy.
All right, we'll talk about that one. All right, you guys. So we have Saya here today, and I'm, of course, the founder of Love Frequency Podcast, where we turn pain into power. And I'm so excited for this interview. Just to give a little breakdown, this podcast is all about positivity, love, and of course, we've all been through some type of situation where we had to heal from that. So I don't know if you could relate to that, Saya. I know you've been in the industry, but I have some really good questions for you, and some is going to transition from you just being in the industry and how you deal with that. And if you've dealt with something, which I've looked at some of your posts, dealing with losses, grief and healing, through that. And how do you move on? Because a lot of us been there too. So before I get into the questions, let the people know a little bit about you and how you kind of got started in this industry.
I feel like the industry chose me. I've been doing music since I was 5. I've been in the game since I was like 10. Um, and yeah, I mean, my cousin used to manage me. His name was Special. When I was young in New York, he had so much motion, so he just, he got me around all the right people. And the next thing you know, like I'm just in the industry. Sorry, I sound bad congested because I'm sick.
It's
But
okay.
I've been doing music my entire life. So all I know is the industry. All I know is music. All I know is, that life.
Okay. It sounds like you said, the industry chose you. But for people out there who kind of, if they want to get in this industry, what do you recommend if they don't have, let's say, the right people to work with, family members, or the right collaborators? What would you say in this day and age? Because you came out a long time ago. It's a new day and age. So how do you recommend people who want to get in this industry? And what's some advice you can give them, good and bad, to be honest?
To me, I mean, to get in this, I mean, to me personally, just feel like it's consistency. Everything is consistency. Everything is visibility. If music is what you want to pursue or anything for that matter, you got to put yourself out there. You got to be seen. You got to be heard. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially this day and age, I feel like everybody's attention span is so short. So you gotta, consistency is, I can't say that enough. Consistency is heavy for me. Um, I've been able to stay relevant my entire career because of that. Because I've always like, showed up and kept putting music out and kept, put myself out there. So to me personally, that's all it takes. I mean, and of course, having ambition and having a love and affection for what you do. Cause that shit shows through. Absolutely. Like if you don't believe in yourself or if you don't put the work in, people gonna see through that.
True. And you know what I told myself a year ago? So I just started my podcast a year ago. And I told myself, like, okay, give yourself a year. I'm going to do it on my phone and I'm going to stay consistent. I'm not going to spend extra money. I'm not going to be out here buying crazy equipment. And if I can stay consistent and you get to a year. So this week will be 1 year for my podcast. And I literally just moved back to the East Coast. I was in Hawaii for a few years. And I'm back on the East Coast. So I told myself that's my vision for myself, is being consistent. So I'm glad you mentioned that. It's all
Yeah.
about being consistent, and don't be out here spending all that money. If you can do what you do with something simple like a cell phone or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you got stories like doing music or whatever. Like I may not, I probably started on my cell phone, or I probably started like with a mixtape, something like that. Cause that's
I
the old
started with a
school.
karaoke machine and a
You see
cassette
what I'm
tape.
saying? There you go. There you go. All right, so let's
Yeah.
get into movie questions, right? So I love The Purge. How is it working on The Purge?
Excited. That was my first big feature film. It was a blessing. The director Gerard reached out directly, and it was kind of crazy though. We shot it up in Buffalo in the middle of the winter. It was so wild. It was so cool. Even being on set, we never knew what the set looked like until we got there. So it was kind
Right.
of like it was really scary. It was actually scary because we were seeing it in real time. But it was amazing. I'm just happy to be a part of the trilogy of the Purge.
Yeah.
Super dope experience.
For real. And that's one of my favorite purges, for real. Yeah. I'm like,
Hell
yes,
yeah.
it's real good. It's real good.
Yeah.
You worked on other movies. How did you even transition from like doing music to movies?
Transition. How did it wasn't even it wasn't even me. I was at Jamie Foxx house one day and I said that casually.
Mhm.
I was at Jamie Foxx house and Lorenz Tate was there and I guess like they was courting me when they met me because I had never acted. So one day I get a phone call and they're like, "Yo, we're shooting a movie. Um, we're shooting a movie." And they was like the role is for a guy, but you know, we would like for you to try to come in read for it. So I went and read for it. I had never even auditioned for anything before in my life and I killed it. And then next thing you know, I get the phone call and they're like, "Yo, we want you to play the role." So I got the role for Deuces on Netflix. It's kind of crazy. That was my first movie.
Okay, I gotta check that out because I don't think I've seen that one. Yeah, I'm gonna have
It
to
was
check
like
that
it
out.
was like one of the longest running movies on Netflix.
Okay.
Crazy.
I do want to talk about something like with everything that's going on. How do you kind of like balance out the energy of the industry? And you know what I'm talking about? Like, what's the word I want to use? I don't want to say like the negativity of the music industry, but you really have to have like tough skin. You really have to kind of be strong minded. You really have to be focused. And some people get in the industry, they be on like drugs, alcohol, etc. There's women, there's men, you know what I mean? How do you stay focused and say, let me work on my work ethic?
That's a good question. To be honest with you, full disclosure, it was it was never easy navigating the industry with all of those things that you just mentioned. You get caught up in it. I lived in LA for 15 years, and when you're around certain things, you do end up, you know, partaking or even falling into certain things because of the people that you surround yourself with. So sometimes when I was young and naive and um, new to fame and all types of things, I allowed certain people or certain situations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it happens, and it's like how do you navigate that as a first time artist, as a first time, you
Yeah.
know, like
Mhm.
coming into the game? How do you navigate this? So I had to really figure out a lot on my own, and I feel like you got to experience certain things in order to come out of it and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why my music is so relatable. I'm able to speak on things and show people that it's okay to go through things. So yeah, the industry, the industry is tricky, especially living in LA for 15 years. LA is a crazy place.
Okay. You've experienced LA and New York. What would you say is the
Yeah,
difference? Me personally, I'm an East Coast. I like the East Coast, but what would you say is the difference between that energy, LA energy versus like New York?
well, I'm from New York. I'm from Brooklyn. It's like there's no place like that. The hustle, the bustle. I just feel like we too raw. We just raw. LA was different for me when I got to LA. It was like it's slower, but it's also everybody likes to call LA fake. I don't like to call LA fake or people in
Mm,
LA fake because the implants that moved there that make that shit weird. Like real LA natives, I fuck with them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But LA is a beautiful place, and I got a real love for it because without LA, you know, a part of me wouldn't be who I am. So
Facts. I hear
yeah,
that. So you got the best of both worlds, LA and New York. And this is what I just want to say for the people out there, whether moving to New York or whether you in LA, having that strong mind, being
yeah,
strong minded and basically having that wisdom. And I'm gonna mix in that spirituality in it so you can like practice discernment of the people you said, the people that you hang around, the people that you choose to collaborate because
uh,
some wolves out there, they'll eat you up. You got to have that discernment to be able to say, yeah, this ain't for me, or do your work and keep it moving. Don't get caught up in
yes.
that. But I know it's kind of hard, LA getting caught up in certain stuff. So,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that could be anywhere you go. It's just about your mindset too, and not allow people to, you know, really imprint on you in a negative way.
and it's crazy because I'm a little bit older and I always told myself, like, even when I was younger, things I wanted, but then I realized, like, God probably didn't want me to have that when I was younger. But somebody's story is different from mine. But some people
Uh-huh.
need to build themselves up. Like if people always saying like, "Hey, why am I not famous yet? Why am I not breaking into the industry yet?" Maybe God don't want you to break into the industry right now. He wants you to build your resilience first, so you can be
Yeah.
able to handle the game. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
For sure. I feel like
Yeah.
everything happens for a reason at the right time. God don't play about that.
Period. It's called divine timing for sure. Divine timing. Take your time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I saw a post you made. This is a while ago, and you kind of said like some people want to be famous. We're gonna piggyback off of that. People want to be famous, but they have no idea the certain things that people have to deal with. Yeah, tell people about that.
Although like it's crazy because I'm so grateful for who I am and what I've been through. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people just they idolize what they see, you know what I'm saying? And it's just it's never like that sometimes. Um I'm overly grateful because I worked so hard to be in the position that I'm in, but yes, like you said, what comes with it sometimes can be like detrimental to your mental health. It can change a lot of people around you, not necessarily change you. And sometimes the love in it don't be real. People only come around and be around you for the benefit, etc. So it could get tricky and scary, but that's what we sign up for when we're artists, when we're actors, when we're entertainers. You sign up for that. I've been doing it. I've been doing it.
Yeah,
um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. A lot of things can take a toll on you in this industry, but it's about staying grounded, keeping people around you that genuinely care for you and love you, and just being able to move through the fuck shit.
right.
As a New Yorker, I think I do pretty good at that. But it can be really tough. You always want to just feel loved and seen, and sometimes that comes at a cost.
That's true. Speaking of the cost, like, have you ever had to cut some friends off, cut
Oh
some
yeah.
family off because of the,
Oh yeah.
to balance that out? Like, I
Yeah.
couldn't
I
imagine
mean,
what y'all have to go through for real.
I mean,
Dang.
I have, but I've also I've also, I don't know, like sometimes you love people so much, you keep them around, even if it hurts you. But yeah, you lose people on this journey. I feel like whatever journey you're on, if people don't align with you, you gotta cut them off. You gotta let them go. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, sometimes it's gonna suck, sometimes it's gonna hurt, but if they're around you and they pulling you back, it's only gonna be the death of you.
Facts. And it's
Yeah,
unfortunate. And I had to learn that the hard way. Once
yeah,
again, I learned all of this when I was older because when I was younger, it was so hard for me to cut people off. But certain life experiences helped mold me. For example, my mother passed in 2024, my grandmother passed last year. Like just different losses can kind of like help mold you to be a little bit more stronger.
for
That
sure.
may require cutting people, family too. Everybody can get it.
Everybody can
Everybody
get
can get it.
anybody,
True.
anybody for sure.
Yeah, I'm big on alignment. Like if stuff don't align, and that's what love frequency is about. It's all about alignment and love and energy. If it's not sitting or hitting right, I gotta cut it
Yeah,
off. So
yeah, yeah. Same.
yeah.
Literally the same.
You worked with Tank before. That's when you first came out. How was that working with Tank? If you want to speak.
Take is a fucking comedian. Like literally, like the funniest nigga you can ever be around. Very big hearted, very humble. And he saw a lot in me at a time. At times when sometimes I didn't even see them myself.
Mhm.
So I always felt grateful for him, especially him being in the industry. And it's somebody that, shit I grew up listening to. You know what I'm saying? But Tech
Yeah,
also ended up becoming like a father figure to me. So our relationship was just way more it was dynamic. It just wasn't business. It was love, I was a part of his family. And
facts.
yeah, just free game all day. He helped me, flourish. For that, I'm forever grateful.
Okay. Is there other artists or even it could be people that's celebrities or not that kind of help mold you into the woman that you are today? Who you want to work with as far as like celebrities as well, if any?
Honestly, the main one I already work with, Chris Brown. That's my brother. That's
Okay.
my guy. it was super dope to work with him. So he's such an amazing guy, such an amazing guy. So sweet, so cool, so humble, so talented. Uh, but if I did have to pick somebody I would love to work with, Drake, of course.
Okay, yeah,
I just feel like me and him would make one of the ones, you know.
that'd be
But
a banger.
hell yeah, would. But honestly, like I'm just open to working with anybody, and I also love working with emerging artists. I love working with artists that aren't known. You know what I'm saying? Like I love helping new artists their way, or bring visibility to them. I just love making music, so creating with anybody is always a blessing.
I love that. And honestly, I feel like because you've been in the game for a long time and I'm a little bit older, we're not gonna say our age here, but it's good to see like the new age generation, Gen Z. I'm speaking of them. Like I have a lot of nieces
Yeah.
and nephews. So just kind of like I like that you mentioned that. So everybody that I interview, I kind of like to bring this question into play. The older we get, how do we give back to our community? How are we giving back to the younger generation? So
Yeah.
for you, Zaya, if any, like how do you want to give back to the younger generation?
Honestly, I just want to give them. I want to give them hope. I want to give them somebody to look up to. I want to show them that it's okay to be who you are and stand firmly in it, especially as a black mass woman. And yeah, just allowing people to collaborate with me. Like I always just want to help people. I'm a very big empath. I feel more deeply than a lot of other people do. So I'm reachable. I'm accessible. I'm the type of person, if you see me out, ask for a picture, video, you gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? So I just want people to be able to look at me and say that if they ever encountered sharing space with me, that it was just an overall good experience. And
Okay. I like
yeah,
that. I'm big on that. Like I may not be a celebrity either, but I
yeah,
love to help people as well. And I'm, as you can see, based on the name of the podcast, it's a spiritual podcast. I'm definitely into like the vibe, the energy, and I'm an empath very strongly. So I feel energy and frequencies and stuff. I love helping my niece and nephew, just anybody. I love helping people. And people that know me, they know like, the type of person I am. Whatever you need, I'll give it right back.
uh huh,
Yep,
yep,
that's the legacy. And you know what? We're gonna get into the car. You see how we talking? That
uh
literally
huh.
just touched based on the legacy. I'm glad you picked that card. We're gonna speak on it like towards the end. But what's something that you feel like you learned? Like it's a big lesson learned in this industry.
Big lesson learned in this industry. Um, you just gotta be careful, put your guard down. You gotta be
Mhm.
mindful of people that you trust and allow into your space. Uh, Again, people always look at you like a benefit until you're not needed no more. You know what I'm saying? So
Right,
that's always been a big thing for me. Yeah. Yeah, the industry is upsides and downsides. I mean, it could be anything that you're into. That's just life, you know.
right.
Yeah.
That's true. Like how do you feel about the song? So I don't know why this just came to mind, but when you said that, it kind of reminded me of it. Like, because I'm such a nice person, and when you mentioned like letting your guards down, my mother used to tell me that
Uh-huh.
all the time. Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm not saying I'm gullible or anything like that, but I just want to be myself. I'm a kind person. I don't want to try to be something that I'm not. But when my mother was here, she was like the not saying the aggressive one, but she definitely protected me and looked out for me.
Uh-huh.
The song, what's the song with Miami, Young Miami or whatever, the scammer song? Like, how do you feel about that
Uh-huh.
song? I feel like some people be in the industry, they be scamming. Like, I don't know. Like, what
Yo, I can't stop listening to that song.
I can't either. I'll be going to sleep listening to it, but it's real catchy though. But
It's so catchy. It's so fun. And I mean, shit. I'm a hood bitch for the projects. I get it. I grew up. All a bunch of my cousins was boosters growing up, so
hell yeah. Do they
love
even
it.
have boosters they did back in the day? Like I'm talking about
Nah,
them 90s boosters, them
nah,
2000s
nah.
boosters. I
They
don't
don't got that no more.
because that's the real boosters back then. No offense.
Yo, hell yeah.
Hilarious. All right, we're about to get into some tough questions. Let's start something else of some close loved ones that has passed. How were you able to navigate that while being in the industry, dealing with losses and grief? How did that affect you?
Shit, I'm still navigating. My niece died in September. Me and my family are still trying to figure that out. My sister lost her daughter, and we had to go through that. It's been tough. It's been hard. It was tragic. It was abrupt, and I feel like. Well, I mean, we all feel like we all know no parent should have to lose their child. They should be the ones burying us.
Yeah.
So that's been pretty tough. And I lost my grandmother. My grandmother raised me. That was my mother, and she was my father. She was everything. Um, I think I think losing people, you're never prepared to lose the people closest to you. Um, you never really know what that feels like until it happens. And it's heartbreaking. It's For me, it took a big chunk of me when they passed, both of them. I think it's sometimes something that you really never recover from, no matter how long they're gone. Grieving to me never stops. So it's been tough, but um, you just all we can do is keep pushing forward, and now I sure got two angels around me, and that's the that's the only way I can look at it. Because if you don't, that should drive you crazy. Losing people that you love that much.
Yes, I can relate. And that was the birth of love frequency because I can definitely relate to losses and, moving forward though, and just maybe want to love more and help people more because we only got a certain amount of set time on this earth. And for me, I just want to make sure I'm living my dharma, living, the life that's meant for me. And I know our loved ones is definitely watching over us for sure.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah, for sure.
Okay. Now this gonna be I got two more questions, then we'll get
Yeah.
into the card. Dating. How has dating been for you in this industry? Because there has been a few like, YouTube blogs, past drama with exes, you know what I mean? So with
um,
that being said, like how has dating been for you in navigating dating with your career?
navigating day with my career. Sometimes it's been tough because you really never know who's for you. 100%.
True.
And I've always tried to keep relationships private. Definitely not too crazy on, allowing people into that, something so sacred to me. Um, but yeah, my last serious relationship was pretty public, and when shit hit the fan, it was, like you said, like on the blogs. But I've never told my side of the story um, when that occurred because I never cared to hurt somebody who, because what I could say could absolutely hurt that person. So I just always wanted to like just walk away from it and just move with grace and forgiveness. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, but
That.
now like you know, sometimes you gotta take time. You gotta heal. I healed from a lot of things. I took accountability for a lot of things. I accepted a lot of things when it came to being hurt the way I was hurt, and yeah, now I'm healed, happy. I'm in a healthy relationship. I'm very much so in love. I feel like I very much so had to go through a lot of things with other people to find the person that I'm with now, and I'm just grateful.
Okay. I love that. Blessings. And for the audience out there, I see this a lot. People go through stuff. You do not have to post everything online. You do not have to post everything on the blogs. Everything doesn't
Yeah,
need, I guess, a response or reaction. Let people think or assume whatever from that.
I'm
And
big
I
on
agree
that.
with that. Like, I've never been
Yeah,
a person to jump online like, oh, my ex did this, da 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 da. Like, don't do that
yeah,
because
nah.
it's going to be out there on the internet. And
Yeah,
I don't really care I agree with you. I don't care to tell my side of the story. Assume whatever you want and keep it moving. Period.
exactly. I don't. At my big old age, I could care less.
At
Assume
all.
what you want, think what you think. I don't give two shits
Right.
at all.
Period. Okay. Last question. What's next for you? Like, what do you have planned for your future, your career? What can the audience expect from Saya in the coming months, years, whatever?
Coming months, new album. So the last album I did called Trauma Bonded. It's actually a three-part. It's a trilogy. So part two is about to be released. It's called Still Trauma Bonded. And then the third part album, I'll release the name of it soon. I just been working on that, been focused on that. The music I've been making, I'm just in a different headspace right now. So the music, I'm so excited about the fans hearing the body of work that I put together for them. of course, moving on with acting. Still making moves in that. Um, People always asking about Angel. Angel's coming back, so I'm super excited about
Okay,
that. We
yeah,
got
that was a
yeah,
good one. Love that
yeah.
one, that
We got
show.
like
Angel
we
was
got like
good.
10 new episodes with that. Excuse me, I got a new TV show coming too with this new network, so I'm excited about that. And then, excuse me, and then yeah, man, just focused on helping my partner. She's an amazing artist. Her name's Autumn Shea. Just excited about pouring into her and get her music out there. So
I love that.
yeah,
Collaboration and partnerships is a big thing. A lot of y'all be looking for relationships, but what you need to be looking for is a partnership, collaboration,
yeah,
so y'all can
yeah.
grow together.
Hello, yeah,
Period. And speaking
yeah,
of
yeah,
which,
yeah.
tell people what does trauma bonding mean. I know what it means, but like, what does trauma bonding mean for you?
um, Shit. For me, honestly, I feel like that's been my entire story. Um, my childhood was traumatic growing up, and I feel like even into adulthood or just everyday life, you trauma bond with people subconsciously. I feel like sometimes,
Mhm.
and trauma bonding doesn't have to necessarily be a bad thing. I feel like everybody needs a listening ear sometimes, or just somebody that they can lean into. And I like to be that space for some people. I like to be a safe space for people. So trauma bonding is exactly that. Like me as an artist, me as a person, me as a human, I'm a safe space for you, for whoever it is. So yeah.
Okay. And you know what? You just gave me a good perspective of it to say, hey, listen, trauma bonding isn't necessarily a negative thing. It could be something that, look, I see you because I've
Yeah.
been there and we could relate and I'm a safe space. And I actually have a
Yep.
card called Safe Love and Safe Space in the pillar that I
uh,
created. But yeah, yeah. Thank you for
exactly.
giving me that perspective. And yeah, so I'm gonna just show the card and you'll see all of this at the end. Legacy. So this is the card Legacy, which I love from my Love Frequency Intuitive deck, which basically is we are all living our ancestors' legacy, whether whatever we're doing, whatever career you're doing, whatever healing you're doing, you're leaving behind or you're building or cultivating a legacy for the younger
uh,
generation or for yourself. So that's
I
kind of what
like
this
that.
card represents: money,
Yeah.
abundance, and legacy. So yeah, that is a wrap. And I just want to say thank you so much, Saya, so much for
Absolutely.
interview. And I look forward to everything that you have coming out in the future. And blessings and love always.
For sure. Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you.
All right.